with you in the model shop. Sorry it's been a really long time since I've made a video, but I've had a pretty busy summer with a lot of other projects going on and work. But anyway, it's wintertime, almost Christmas, and I was able to get back to the Independence and make some progress, so I wanted to go ahead and show you what I've sorted out so far. Alright, first thing first, we got a little bit of work done here with the Superstructure basically being installed. Got some of the photo etch in here. And as you can see, starting to work on the mast. Had a little bit of trouble keeping things square and plumb. Everything got, I don't know, the fit's pretty good, but some of the things are pretty tight. The little photo etch ladders that you can see right there, they turned out really nice. And then we have the initial beginnings here of the tower. That part's proven to be a little bit frustrating right now. Alright, so part of the issue is this arrangement right here with the 4 spotlights. That is supposed to go right up on top of those 4 pillars that you see right here. And those are the only attaching points. That's a problem because on top of this piece right here, you're going to have that guy. And this goes on top of that. That antenna is supposed to be mounted underneath there. And then, let me get the instructions out. Then the whole thing's supposed to go together like you see here. That's the entire assembly. We'll do a bunch of the photo etch parts, obviously. But essentially, I have some concerns about how strong all of that will be once it's gone together. The crane right there, I did finish, and I haven't painted it yet, but it's over on my other, well, it's put away safe. Let me go ahead and grab that so you can see what it's done. Alright, there we go. That's the crane. Got our photo etch parts on, got the ladders. It's not painted yet, obviously, but the photo etch pieces obviously look a lot better than just the kit parts. So that looks cool, and it's supposed to go right there on that mount that you see that's empty, right in front of the Superstructure. So I think the plan is, a lot of this fragile stuff, the guns, I have all the machine guns to build as well. I think there's 16 of them, the 50 caliber machine guns. I'm going to build those all up, put them on stands like this, and they will all get airbrushed right about the same time, and then we'll go ahead and add them. So right now, like I said, we're working on the Superstructure, and here we go. I've decided to go ahead and start working on this forward, I don't know, deck area, I guess you could say. It fits in right up in here like so, generally speaking. And then photo etch railings along here and here. Got rooms for anti-aircraft guns there. I put on the hatch here. I think it doesn't call for a door there. There's a little stairway. I don't know. I might put something there. I'm not really sure. Something that is kind of interesting. I'm going to zoom in here so you can see. See that door right there? Well, there's nothing behind it. And I don't know if they intended it to be that way, or if something's supposed to be a walkway back there or what, but there's a lot of spots on the ship that are kind of like that. So again, with some of Dragon's unnecessarily small details, but are kind of cool. You've got, I think this is a fire hose right here. You got to glue that on. I think these are portholes. Not sure. And then these are some sort of tank type of things. But there's a whole bunch along the whole ship. That's one piece. That's one piece. This is a piece. This is a piece. I had to do all that by hand, and I mean with tweezers, and you know, it's really small, so it's kind of the pain in the rear. Here's a dime for comparison, and these were the tweezers that I used to put those pieces on. So anyway, just wanted to get a quick Christmas update in here. The ship is coming along nicely. I did successfully manage to bust off this little part of the mast right here, so I'll stretch some sprue to replace that, which is kind of a bummer. But you know, it's starting to look really sharp. You got a lot of little detail in there. When we put some sailors along here and fill this area up with aircraft, I think it's going to look really, really exciting. A lot of interesting stuff going on. So anyway, just wanted to let you guys know, and yeah, I got some wrapping paper in the background. My better half's turned this into a Christmas wrapping table, as well as where she does a lot of her craft work. Anyway, hope you all have a Merry Christmas, and this is the update I've got going for right now. Alrighty, one more additional update here. So I got a bunch of work done on the mast, like we were talking about doing, that I decided I was going to go ahead and share. Basically all those problems in the update, well, everything I'd mentioned before, I kind of sorted out here. The only major issue that I ran into was keeping this first level off of the superstructure level with the spotlights. It's tipped back. I don't know if you kind of see here. Get this to focus. It leans back. And then the next levels off of that, right here and here, obviously I was able to get that to go straight up and down. But it's fine. I think it looks okay. I mean, the average Joe is going to look at it from here and it looks great. So that's okay. Like I mentioned before, I started the railing. This is on the port side. Got this attached. Basically the same thing I talked about on the other side. It's a mirror image of the starboard side. Let's look at the starboard side of things. So you can see we get the railing in, got our steps, this little set of stairs right there, that was fun, turned out nice. Then we come up to the forward superstructure, take a little peek up here. The Edward photo etch kit's really nice. I used it for that forward radar dish array, and then let's take a peek back here. Get that to come into focus. You can see it's mounted by those little arms holding it forward. That was nice. This little tower in the middle turned out well. I think it actually was a lot easier to build than I thought it was going to be. This mast is a little flimsy from the kit, but the photo etched antenna and the radar dome helped it. I had a piece bust on me. The antenna that you see here on the right is supposed to run all the way through, but it broke on me. I think it fell on the floor and then I rolled over it with a chair. Not that anyone's ever done that before. Whoops, sorry, I'm a little wiggly there. So I went ahead and installed, this is a piece of wire, and then I was able to put the photo etch metal underneath, and I think it looks good. You know, from here, once it's all painted, no one's really going to be able to tell. It looks fine. Also, I mounted the ship to the base. As you can see, I ran into some trouble with the kit plastic parts, so I just went out to my wood shop and turned these shapes on a lathe. I wasn't sure I was going to be too happy with it. I wanted something bigger and substantial, and I wanted the ship attached to the base, because as you start to add all of these little small parts, I want to be grabbing it less and less like this and just grab it by the base. So cherry base, these are maple painted gold. I don't know about the shape. I'm just happy it's done and on there. Pretty much don't care. 5-minute epoxy. top and bottom is how it is all attached, and that worked out nice. And then another piece of wire here to replace my busted mass in the front. That's gonna be fine. Anyway, it's Christmas Eve now, and I think it's coming along nicely. Couple of parts here. This is gonna end up going right there-ish on the deck, and this part on top I guess will be walked on, so that's gonna end up with like a deck stain blue type of color. I am noticing, I just want to comment real quick here, I guess in the video it looks okay. You can see the deck right there. This is the deck, wood deck, and then you have this deck stained blue area. I didn't realize that a bunch of areas are going to be flush mounted to the deck like that. This. So it would have been ideal to have painted that all at the same time. But I didn't get to, so I'll figure that out. It can all be corrected. You know, after it's painted. Anyway, alright, that's it. That's all I've got going for now. I'm going to work on these little parts along the side here, and we'll start wrapping it up. At some point I'm going to pause and make all the little machine guns and get that all going. So anyway, hope you all enjoyed this little update. Sorry it's been like a year, and Merry Christmas.